Hi and welcome or welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. Welcome to a new video and the start of Vlogmas. I have never done Vlogmas before. I'm doing it in my own way, but I'm very excited about it. As you may have noticed, I managed to post a lot more in the month of November and I've been really happy about that. My work schedule has kind of changed a little bit and it's not given me more time, but I guess it's given me more time in a weird sense. I'm working different hours every single week, so it means I have to shuffle my weeks around, but also it means that I do kind of get like whole chunks of day that I wouldn't have necessarily had before working a 9 till 5:30 shift every single day of every week. So because of that, I feel like I've actually got my creativity back a little bit, which is really nice, and I've got a little bit more time and I've been able to invest more time in making videos, and that is what I would like to continue. And something to kind of motivate me to continue, I thought I would do Vlogmas for the very first time. This is something I've seen other people obviously post and do every year, but never included myself in, and this year we are going to do it. I'm going to be doing the 12 days of Vlogmas in my own way, but I thought it would be nicer to spread that out through the whole month of December rather than doing like a whole 12 days crammed into one. If you don't know what Vlogmas is, from what I've kind of gathered, like I haven't heavily researched this is just from what I've gathered online, it's an opportunity for people to post more in the run up to Christmas, whether that be like a whole advent thing like every single day up until Christmas from today, the 1st of December, or whether it's because or whether it's like if people do a 12 days thing, so the 12 days up till Christmas or around Christmas or even after Christmas. I guess that's when the traditional 12 days of Christmas would be. The way I've interpreted it, and I think other people have done this in the past, is that I'm going to try and do every other day from now until the 24th of December. I can't decide whether I'm going to post that video on the 24th or 25th. I'll probably stick to the 24th because then you will literally have 12 videos from now until Christmas Eve, which would be really nice. So yeah, today's video is just a little introduction of like what I might be doing throughout the month and what I'm going to be posting and what I want to read as well. I have a couple of challenges I want to do which are not necessarily Christmas related. They are just like, I've had these ideas for a while and I'm going to finally do them, and this will be like the motivation of me doing them. I will also have some like Christmassy kind of decorating for Christmas and Christmas like visits and trips and days out and things that I'll be doing, and I will be doing some reading, obviously some reading vlogs, and I will be doing my TBR like today, my November wrap up, and an unhaul in there as well, and a video that I'm really excited for that I will be talking about in a minute. But yeah, let's get on to the books I want to read throughout the month of December. I have like 4 definites, 2 I'm currently reading, so I guess 2 I'm currently reading, and then 3, maybe 2, 3 definites, and then like some vibes. We'll just see how we're feeling. I don't actually own that many Christmas books, which I'm both glad about because I don't want to like have the pressure of reading loads of Christmas books in a short time and then not finishing them and like carrying them on till next year. But also like I've only got a couple and there's a part of me that wants more than a couple of Christmas books. But anyway, one of the Christmas books I have I'm actually currently reading, and it's Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. I am really enjoying this so far. It's a second chance sapphic romance. So the 2 women in here were in a very long, like 10-year relationship, I think. They were even engaged to each other and then they went their separate ways. I have not found out why yet. But yeah, 5 years ago, Charlotte Donovan was ditched at the altar by her fiance. She's doing okay. She's doing more than okay. She's in a band, which is the Rosalind Quartet, and her life in New York is a dream come true. But as the holidays draw near, her ensemble mate Sloane persuades the quartet to spend Christmas with her family in Colorado for some festive peace. But when Charlotte arrives, she discovers an unexpected guest, none other than her ex-fiance Brighton. Brighton Fairbrook wanted was to have the holliest jolliest Christmas. Instead she stuck pretending she and Charlotte are strangers, difficult when Sloane's mom signs them all up for festive dating events. Soon they're entrenched in horseback riding and cookie decorating, but Charlotte still won't talk to Brighton, not after what she did. One thing she can't deny is their chemistry. Slowly things start to slip through, memories, music and the way they used to play together, it all feels painfully familiar. But it's all in the past and nothing can melt the ice in their hearts. Right. So far I've only read like 80, maybe 80 pages, 70 pages of this, but I am really enjoying it so far. I have not actually read anything by Ashley Herring Blake before, even though I own the whole Delilah Green Doesn't Care series. But yeah, this is the first Ashley Herring Blake book I have read, but I'm really enjoying it. I like the characters and I'm really intrigued to see what actually happened between them before this book and what actually made them break up. I think there's gonna be that like mystery element to it. Definitely feels like very Hallmark Christmas film in the like it said in the synopsis, the cookie decorating and just the general atmosphere of the house that they're in, and the Christmassy vibes that we've got here. But I'm really enjoying this so far and I'm really excited to read on. The next Christmas romance I have to definitely read before Christmas is Under the Mistletoe with You by Lizzie Huxley-Jones. I think this is an indirect sequel, if not just a complete standalone, to Make You Mine This Christmas by the same author, which I loved that book so much. It's obviously a Christmas romance, it's set in the UK, and that one was like a meet cute, so there's two characters that like bump into each other or go to a party together or something, and then they end up at their families or like one of their families' Christmases together, and it was just so fun, so festive. I loved the atmosphere and I really loved the romance in there. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I need to check if this actually does have any correlation to Make You Mine This Christmas, because I cannot remember. Okay, I don't think it has a link at all. Maybe the characters pop up, that would be cool, not that I'd actually remember. But the synopsis for this one says, ready for a long Christmas break away from his little bakery, Christopher has closed up the shop and found someone to stay in his flat over the festive period. Everything is under control. That is, until the mysterious person renting his home turns out to be Nash Nadu, an actor, the star of all Christopher's favourite Christmas movies, the guy he's been crushing on for the whole past year, and it turns out a typically rude celebrity. When a huge snowstorm hits, Christopher and Nash find themselves snowed in together for Christmas, but while it's still cold outside, the frosty tension between Christopher and Nash finally starts to thaw, and maybe even heat up into something more. I am very excited to get to this one. It doesn't sound like it's linked to Make You Mine This Christmas at all, but I really, really loved Make You Mine This Christmas. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. It's a bit thicker than Make the Season Bright, but still, I'm sure I will like get through it quickly once I get into it. I need to like set aside some time to read Make the Season Bright because I really want to get back to that and I'm really enjoying it so far. Next is a entirely unrelated to Christmas book that I am also currently reading but really enjoying, and that's Bota by Jo Bell, and I'm really loving this. I'm listening to the audiobook of this. I've actually had it for a while, and I did start physically reading it. I only got to like page 44, so a little further than that, but I read it a month ago and then just put it down. I'm really, really bad at motivating myself to read non-fiction physically. So I actually decided to listen to the audiobook instead, which is read by the author, which I love. I love when non-fiction books do that especially, and I'm already like over halfway through this now in the past few days, and I am loving it so much. If you hadn't guessed from like the cover and the subtitle and stuff, this is set around living and working on Britain's canal system. It's super interesting. I already have kind of a passing interest in the canals, I would say, but just this is a great combination of humour and autobiography and history of the canal system in Britain, and I'm just finding it absolutely fascinating. The way that Robin reads it is just brilliant, and the sense of humour in this. I have been laughing out loud reading this, like listening to this while I've been driving. Yeah, so I'm really loving this. You'll hear me talk about this more in like my wrap-ups and stuff. But yeah, this is great. If anyone has, like, as I said, a passing interest in the canal system, I would highly recommend this one so far, and I'm looking forward to reading more of this, listening to more of it. The next book, it's okay, we're back to Christmas vibes. It is A Heart for Christmas by Sophie, Jomain, and I am so excited to start reading this today because this is an advent calendar book. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I'm sure it does exist or maybe has been thought of before, but I've never seen one in person, and I've never seen one so like well produced as well. I'm super excited for this, and yes, I will be doing a vlog for this as well, which will be coming out on the 24th or 25th of December. I cannot wait. This is so well produced, as I said. It's got like envelopes, well they're not envelopes, it's just bound for each day, so that's like one chapter for one day, the next chapter for the next day, all up until 24th of December, and I am very excited to start reading this. This is a YA romance. It's set in the French Alps, I believe, and it's YA, so I was a little hesitant, but the gimmick, I could not pass up on the gimmick. I'm very excited for this. It says, when 18-year-old April heads to the foothills of Mount Blanc to spend Christmas at her father's chalet, she is looking for change after a long illness. Among the swirling snow and festive cheer, she reconnects with her best friend's handsome, daring older brother, Augustin. As romance starts, she decides she's not going to let her life pass by her any longer. Is April's heart ready for a Christmas miracle? Open a new chapter each day with this swoony advent romance to fall in love with. I can't wait. As I said, I will be doing a vlog, so look out for that to find out more about this book. It's exciting. And I think last but not least, because I don't think there's really anything else that's sticking out of like I really want to read this soon, we're back on not Christmas vibes, but the other one that I want to put on this TBR loosely is Love at First Fright by Nadia El-Fassi, and that is because I recently read Best Hex Ever by the same author and I loved it. This is Halloween vibes, but I was like, if I don't read this soon, I will have to save it for next year because I will not be in the right frame of mind for it. Whereas right now, I feel like with the cold weather, I'm still kind of in the mood for this one. This is a companion novel to Best Hex Ever, following some of the characters that featured in that book. It's following Rosemary, who is a successful horror author with a secret. She can see ghosts, so when the set of her hit novel's film adaptation turns out to be a haunted countryside manor, she's unfazed. What she's less prepared for is the maddeningly handsome, completely miscast actor playing her leading man. Ellis is a Hollywood heartthrob tired of his action hero persona. Instead, he dreams of being a serious actor and having free time to spend gardening with his dog. Landing the lead in a historical fiction movie is his chance to start fresh, until he discovers the author tried to have him replaced. But as filming progresses and the manor's ghosts make their presence known, the chemistry between Rosemary and Ellis becomes undeniable. With secrets being spilled, sparks flying, and spirits stirring up trouble, can they face their demons and write themselves a happily ever after before it's a wrap? I love Best Hex Ever so much. I'm kind of just excited to like dive into this, and if I want more cozy romance and I don't have a Christmas romance, then why not go for like an autumnal spooky one instead? I hope this doesn't like set me back. Maybe I should be reading it like first, but yeah, if I have like time to pick up extra stuff, this is, and if nothing else like comes up, this is probably what I will go for because it's just been sat in my mind. Another one that I did want to mention, because of talking about Bota and non-fiction, is if I have a chance to read another non-fiction, which I'm hoping like after I finish Bota I could jump into listening to another audiobook non-fiction. And the one I was thinking of is This Way Up by Mark Cooper-Jones and Jay Foreman. and it's the book from the Map Men who did the YouTube series The Map Men, and I'm very excited about that. I've not like religiously watched their videos or anything, but I've watched a few of them and I love their videos, and I really love maps. And basically This Way Up is a book about when maps go wrong, from like small things to big things. I have read the introduction so far and I just know that it's going to be so funny and infectious, and I'm really excited to just like learn more about maps but in a funny and entertaining way. And I also think it will make a really good audiobook, although I don't know how that will work with like the physical map elements. Even at the start of the book there is like a note about like, we don't know how we're going to do the audiobook for this, but we will be doing an audiobook for this. I do have a copy of the book so I can like refer to the maps, and it also says like you can Google them and stuff. But yeah, I just think even despite the fact that obviously it might make it difficult with the map element, I think it will be such fun as an audiobook, so I'm kind of excited for that as well if I get the chance. But anyway, I think that's everything for this video in terms of like the idea of what I want to read throughout December and some of the stuff I might be posting throughout December. I hope you will join me for more of the 12 days of Vlogmas as I am doing them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!